Curt Casali, he's a friend of the show, giant backup catcher. He's on a streak here defensively. We get a chance to chat. There you see him, Giants against the Phillies here in a little bit. Curt from our hometown, so that's where the attraction comes from. Mr. Casali, how are you today, pal? Okay?
I'm doing great. Thanks for having me on again, Chris.
You got it, Curt, and done a nice job. And I was watching the game Sunday, and Kuiper made a good point. What makes Curt such a great defensive catcher is that he's so quiet back there. And, that's a baseball terminology. You're not jumping around. You know how to frame the pitches properly. You're a big man, played football in high school and everything else. But the way you catch with the subtleties and your quietness behind home plate is a big factor here why you're going to be in the major leagues for a long period of time. Let's talk about that first. Go ahead.
Yeah, I think it's gotten better over time. Unfortunately, I had a lot of hip issues when I was younger, so I've had a couple hip surgeries and just kind of been able to get a little bit more flexible behind the plate, and that, kind of allows for a little bit of, the little bit of athleticism that I do have to kind of shine. But yeah, just in terms of like blocking pitches, it's a much shorter distance to get down there now, and yeah, I feel pretty good back there.
Funny, too, you go to San Francisco off the Cincinnati thing. We'll get to Bauer in a second, game one against the Reds. But you go to San Francisco, new spring training, new state. Well, no, Cincinnati's there, too. So you've been to Arizona. But how about new staff, Curt? How long does it take you to get used to a whole new staff when you join a new team? Let me get your thoughts on that. Go ahead.
It's not something that's easy. Fortunately, I have a little bit of background with a few of the guys. I caught Gosman in Cincy, caught Alex Wood, Anthony DeSclafani, still getting to know Aaron Sanchez and Logan Webb. But for the most part, I had a pretty good familiarity with the guys, Wandy Peralta and the bullpen, Jake McGee. But Buster does a great job of kind of giving me some scouting reports on the guys in spring training, kind of shortening the learning curve. And, it's been awesome to catch alongside him. And he definitely has been a big help as well.
All right. How much pride do you take first 3 weeks of the season that you've caught 4 shutouts?
A lot. It's been pretty cool. It's not something I, generally think about doing, consecutively, but the idea of, my first job is to take care of the pitchers and to, try and make the other team not score any runs. We're trying to suppress damage and try to, get our starters as long into the game as possible. But it's, I feel like people have been, giving me a little bit of credit recently, but I'll take a little bit. But these guys are throwing really, really nicely right now, and executing the pitches that we're calling, and that's generally a recipe for success.
All right, offensively, you got power, and you always walk a lot. You haven't hit one out yet, and, the batting average is not where you want it to be. Are you worried about that? You need just more plate appearances? Give me some thoughts from an offensive standpoint. Curt, where are you right now?
It's probably one of the worst slumps I've been in, but, there's plenty of games left. I'm just trying to, if I can't be productive at the plate, I'm going to try like heck to be productive behind it. And, that's what I'm hanging my hat on right now. And, hopefully I can, hit a couple barrels in the next game or two. But, as long as we're winning baseball games, that's the number one goal. And, I can sleep well at night if we're winning.
Long time since I saw you there at the Darien train station with you the cast on a couple of years ago. Were you worried this off season? The Reds go in a different direction. Did you figure you'd find a job pretty quick? Were you concerned there for a month or so this off season? Let me get a sense there.
No, I wasn't concerned. The initial shock of not being with the Reds, that was my home for the past 3 years. So obviously I have a lot of emotion attached to that group, and, extremely thankful for my time there. And I love Cincinnati, but, it was pretty quick moving through the offseason. I felt very fortunate that there was a few teams that were interested, and San Francisco just really stood off the page from the jump, just based on familiarity, the people I knew in this organization, the great history, the great city. And, it turned out to be a really, really great decision. And, we're winning baseball games, and that's the goal, is to, get another ring for these guys, and, just bring another championship back to the city of San Francisco.
I'm going to get the Dodgers-Padres in a sec. You caught Bauer. I believe you did because I believe Fried pitched for them. So you caught Bauer in Game 1 of that riveting postseason last year against the Braves where the Reds could not score. I think you played 6 innings in the game, but you caught Bauer's masterpiece. How much fun was it in your career to coach, catch a postseason game in Atlanta with that pitcher? Let me get some thoughts on that. Go ahead.
Yeah, you play this game for long enough, you realize how hard it is to get to the postseason. And last year, being my first taste of it, it really made me appreciate it even more. But people ask me this a lot. I really cherish my time catching Trevor. I thought he was he's still a special talent. Anytime I got fortunate enough to catch a Cy Young winner, that's pretty awesome. So me and Tucker were very fortunate last year in Cincy to be able to share that with him. But I'm happy for all the success he's got. I'm really looking forward to when we play LA and compete against him. He's a great pitcher, but I think we'll have the bats to be able to maybe take it to him.
Listen, this is just for you and me now. The rest of the nation may not care, but you did know, I'm assuming, Curt, you knew in New Canaan, Connecticut, that the Florida Panthers played a hockey player last night, also from New Canaan, Spencer Knight, 20 years of age. So you have a compatriot playing professional sports. Were you aware of that from this little town here in Southwest Connecticut? Were you aware of that?
No, I was, and I know we got Max Pacioretty with Vegas now, and Zach Allen with the Cardinals, I believe. But that's cool. It's always nice to have a bunch of professional athletes from a little town in Connecticut.
33 saves and a win. And you're right, I forgot about Zach Allen, and I forgot about Max there with Vegas. Okay, Dodgers and Padres. Should be a very good division. I mean, obviously the Dodgers are standalone good. You know about San Diego. You played the Padres. You won 2 of 3. It will be difficult to be with them all year. Curt, let me get your thoughts on that there in the NL West. Go ahead.
Yeah, I mean, the Dodgers it seems like they're just kind of picking up where they left off last year. So it'll be interesting to see how we compete against them. We played the Padres already this year. We, took 2 or 3 at a hard-fought series in the second series of the year. Tatis got hurt. It's a different lineup without him, but I was tuned in when the Dodgers and Padres played. It was a great series, but I'm hoping that we get a lot of chances to compete with those guys, take it to them, and make some noise in this division because we're off to a pretty good start right now.
Good job, Curt. Thanks for the help here. All of Connecticut's proud of you. Well done. Appreciate you coming on here today.